Shalom, people. This is Brother Laos coming at you with another video. Please forgive the shakiness of the video. I left my selfie stick at home. I'm using my arm and my hand to try to steady it. But I just wanted to talk about the mandate for the vaccination and the fact that it is quite a few people that are getting on the bandwagon of proclaiming and not only proclaiming but actually following through with loss of employment that are refusing to take it. And this is it's a good thing for them, you know, when you have such an untested product as this, and the drug companies have no liability. There's no recourse for you to go if something happened to you. Not to mention the fact that, you know, it's going against the religious beliefs of a lot of people, you know, who wouldn't. But the thing that I would just say to you is just to be cautious in what groups that you partner up with to either proclaim your dissatisfaction and your disagreement with the vaccination being mandated, and also remember what happened when Trump got elected, because I can smell the truth movement behind this. And understand, when I say the truth movement, I'm not saying that the truth movement have the corner on this vaccination thing. But for the most part, most of the big channels and the channels that's funneling this information, if you could trace them back, you probably find that they're connected to some kind of Trump pack or something. I just smell Trump 2024 behind this, so that when it comes out, it could make some of those people that have made that decision to feel that they were somewhat duped, even if the facts were there about the vaccine itself being what it is. So I would say, if you're going to lose your job, if you're going to disagree with it on your own terms. You know, I found out a long time ago for myself, it's not always good to follow the group when you're making certain decisions, because then when the group changes course, you can look and feel like a fool because you was getting behind it. I remember one of my college professors that said when the abortion became legal back in the early 1970s, and it definitely was being pushed in the black neighborhoods as an alternative to birth control. A lot of black people were encouraged to join the newly formed anti-abortion movement. And so he said that they had a rally, and this is probably, I guess, in the early 70s, right? And he said that it was somewhere in Burlington, North Carolina, I think he said they was getting ready to start the march, and he said he was standing, in the line, and he said, I think he was probably in college or something. I guess he must have been in college at the time, so he was kind of new to this different things. And he said he looked to his left and his right, and all of a sudden he seen these guys, these Ku Klux Klansmen with their hoods and stuff on, and he was like, hold up, what am I doing here? He said, of course I'm against abortion, but if I'm having to join in a group of Klansmen who, although they are anti-abortion, don't care nothing about black life, whether it's in the womb, out the womb. So just be careful, because remember the thing that happened with Trump, how the truth from a lot of black people, myself included, we were heavy followers of these white truther channels. When the stuff with Obama was out, and they were saying Obama nation, Obama, he's not gonna lead the presidency, and it ain't because he black, it's because that he's a communist and he's this and he's that. Although some of those things probably could be true, the fact is, if you were gonna follow that, follow it only because of that from your research you found this to be true, and you're standing on the disagreement for yourself, not part of a public service announcement for some truther movement. Alex Jones had a lot of black people, including myself, that used to watch his channel for a long time, talking about how the government was trying to take our rights, and then that thing that happened at Bundy Ranch. But as soon as all those young black men and women start getting shot, some on television, some through reports we hear how they were treated by the police, he wouldn't speak out against the police or anything. All he would say was, although the system is skewed, it's only skewed because the leftists have it. No, the police were going to be that way either way. So I'm saying this to all those that are anti-vaxxers. Be anti-vax just for your own sake, not because you follow behind a truther channel. Because you might find that the next thing that they're going to do is start asking for donations. Donations going to be bundled into PAC's money, and it's going to be either something going to Trump or a candidate that Trump endorsed. Already here in North Carolina, they got these commercials out for some guy running for Senate named Ted Budd, and they're saying he's endorsed by Donald Trump. And I'm saying, are these white people still believing in Trump? I don't understand. But again, if they get enough of us, they're going to get enough of them to pop up, right? And interject themselves into the quote-unquote anti-vaxxer movement, just like they did with the anti-abortion. And so it's going to be tied to the fact that if you are even considering to be an anti-vax, you're going to be considered to be a Republican or supporting racist ideology. So make sure that you, as you go into this, you're saying, I'm standing on it just for the fact for myself, not because, even though understand the information might come from these channels, do not, in my estimation, get behind it and let them paint you into a corner that if you're going to stand by this anti-vax information that we give out, then you might as well go the rest of the way. I'm thinking that they're trying to pull a fast, because Trump had his opportunity. They got to try to paint him in a better light. Now that, it looks like Biden is flaming out and nobody really wants Kamala Harris, the thing they're talking about, President Obama going to come back, I think Trump might try to beat him back in office. Either one would be a bad deal for this nation, but definitely, like I said, that those that would have went down this road of anti-vax and all these other things, anti-mask, you will be tied to it. So just out of your own conscience, out of your own self, just say that I'm that way because of what I've come to understand, not because of what some of these anti-vax channels and spokesmen are saying, because I don't think that we need to make no alliance with the left or the right. I think that's what the enemy is trying to get us to do. He's trying to get us to tie ourselves to one side of the group or the other. And you need to just to be tying yourself to the fact that it's just some things about this thing. And I've always, after seeing what happened with my sons, having autism and everything, and understanding about the MMR, I was against any kind of vaccinations, period. And after all the stuff that happened to me when I was in the military, and they told me when I got out that I couldn't even give blood for 7 years after I got out. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the fact that, if you're gonna be, that, just be that for what you know, not for what one group or the other said. And with that, I say, be blessed.